Okay, here comes the food. So we have here a beautiful spread, you know, courtesy of Yegna Restaurant. Colorful, I can see, you know, all the rainbow colors. Yellow, green, orange, red, you know, purple.
The spices over
Spices,
there.
you know, lovely. Walk us through, what do you have here?
So what do I have here is the middle one is the one that I told you, the chicken stew. Whenever you have a guest or special holidays, you make that in Ethiopia. It's the chicken stew. There's egg in it. There's homemade cheese beside of it. And this is my favorite dish. We call it the joy, the hasait dish. It has kale, beef and lamb mixed with tomato and jalapenos, a little bit of spiced butter, and homemade cheese on top of it. I like this dish because it's so healthy, because we don't use a lot of oily or anything. It's just you get your green, you get your protein, everything all at once. This is the ribs. Usually so big, but I choose the smaller one because I know you guys wouldn't finish all of this. This is the beef ribs we have. It's so tasty. You're gonna taste that, and you're gonna dip it with it's similar with wasabi, but we call it tanafit with awaze, a little bit hot sauce. That one is a combination of our vegan or veggie combination. So the salad, the kale, beets, tofu, lentil, beans, cabbage, chickpeas, different kind of cabbage, the rice,
all on
everything
the same
is
plate.
on the same plate. So I can't wait for you guys to taste it. And I'm just gonna pour the chicken stew for you guys.
Oh, just for viewers to know that we have the flatbread called injera,
yes.
and it's also called tata in Eritrean language. So we have it actually on the base. So she's actually pouring the chicken special, you know, homemade stew on the injera. So it's not just going directly on the plate. So we have the traditional plate, which is the, you know, injera underneath.
Nibla.
That means
That
thank
means join us.
join us.
Yeah.
So where do we begin?
I would love you guys to start it with the dorowitz.
It reminds me of a delicacy of a sauce in my country, Nigeria, called a goosey.
Goosey.
It's made out of melon, you know, melon and vegetable, blended melon, also cooked with vegetables. So we can cook with palm oil or without palm oil, and it looks like this.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to try that.
This is nice.
Yeah.
See, I'm loving the colorful, you know, display, because you know, like you said, this is called joy.
Yes.
Literally in English, and you know,
hasait or joy.
food gives you kind of excitement, you know, similar to joy.
Especially
that's enough.
when it's too healthy.
That's enough. Good, thank you.
You can't be healthy and bored with food at the same time. So this is like a very good combination of food that can be healthy, and at the same time you can enjoy eating it. Like, there's a lot of spices in there, and
I love spice.
don't forget that it's made with love too.
Yeah,
like,
I
love cooking. When I cook it with the passion. So
it's juicy.
it's juicy too. Yeah.
This
Did
beef
you try
is
that one?
tender.
It's tender.
It's
Yes.
soft.
Yeah, very soft. Because it's so fresh. We make it like I make everything fresh. We don't. So that way you can taste the original taste of the meat or the veggies that we cook every day. The injera, we make it here. So we make it here because we wanted to make it gluten-free. So the teif is the smallest grain in the whole world that you can only find it in Ethiopia.
It's called a tefa.
Teif, yeah, T-E-F-F.
Yeah, tefa.
So that made from that grain. You have to mix it in you have to wait till it's fermented at least 2-3 days.
Wow.
And then that's how you make it.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, you know, if ordinarily, you know, the injera takes about 3 days to prepare, that means it's a lot of carefully thought process into making this.
Oh, a lot of carefully processes, because some of the ingredients you have to just put it on pans, and you have to make a little bit warm and then grind it, and then you have to wait, like put it in a container that cannot be aired, and then wait another 2-3 days so that it can
Ferment?
ferment. Some of them ferment, some of them can hold on the taste, the original taste of it. So there's a lot of process to it, but the process, it makes you excited for the outcome.
Yeah.
The veggie combination is the one that I usually suggest for the first time Ethiopian food eaters.
Yeah.
Because that's tofu.
Oh, that's tofu.
What is this one?
Yes. That one is a rice with
Okay.
Ethiopian spiced peppers.
What is this black? This one?
That's different kind of cabbage. It's cabbage, yeah.
Explosion of different flavors,
You can
taste.
see the flavors,
Yeah.
right? Is it too spicy for you?
I love
Yeah.
spicy. I'm a
Okay.
spicy man, and it's just good for me.
That's good. That's good.
Still, City speaks to me, the Calgary edition. Still exploring the traditional cuisine of Ethiopian, Eritrean, and we are here at the Yegna Restaurant, and this is amazing. Salam.
Yeah, this is good. Thank you.
So after this, what next?
Next will be the coffee. While you're eating, you're enjoying, I'm just gonna go and roast the coffee for you, and we're gonna make you smell it, and then just right after you finish, the coffee ceremony will start.
Wow, I could use some of
The
that
aroma.
smell right now.
I know, right?
Because
Because-
that coffee smell. Oh, definitely, yeah. It's amazing.
What you're about to experience now is the coffee ceremony to be performed by Salma. Salam.
Yes.
Over to you.
So this is the frankincense. We always have this smoking incense every time when we make coffee,
Okay.
part of the Ethiopian coffee ceremony.
Okay.
It's just, it believes that the positive energy will be around you, and it smells so nice as well at the same time. I brought it from eastern part of Ethiopia as well.
That's lovely.
You can smell the African smell too. Can you smell it? Yes. And I'm just we make the coffee that I roasted earlier, I grind it, and then I put it in this pot,
All right.
and then we call it Hdmona.
Hdmona.
So it's a clay, it's made out of clay. And we've got it from Ethiopia as well, so.
It's Hdmona time.
It is Hdmona time.
And normally, during this ceremony, it's a kind of a warm kind of serving togetherness. But because of the coronavirus pandemic, that is why we are seated, 6 feet apart from each other. Normally, in a traditional setting, without COVID-19, everybody sits together, having the popcorn, like this,
Separate, yeah.
together to go along with the coffee, in a big traditional plate like this, but to keep in line with the present realities that we're facing, the COVID-19, we have to devise or improvise and have it, served in a small traditional plate like this, so that as you're having the coffee, you can just take a bite of popcorn.
Absolutely. It's yummy.
This is very strong.
It's strong, it's still strong for you?
I love it.
Yeah.
For those who love to have their coffee with milk, is it culturally okay to have milk?
Absolutely, yeah. Some
Yes.
people drink it with milk. Some people even use butter instead of sugar.
All right.
Some part of the Ethiopian culture,
Even
they use
salt.
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 Instead
Wow.
of, yeah. So definitely.
That is the
Butter
first time I'm
is,
hearing that. Butter and
butter-
salt.
Yes,
And a
butter,
Yeah,
honey.
it tastes really good.
Now, I know of
salt,
honey, I know
sugar.
of sugar, but salt and butter in your coffee.
Butter, even
Yes.
the spicy butter that we use for the food, in some cultures and some part of Ethiopia,
Wow.
they use that, and
They
it
use
tastes really good.
I guess everybody's got what is unique to them, how the taste bud feels, what they like in their coffee.
Yeah.
So whether it's butter or salt or sugar,
Or honey.
you're free. Or honey,
Yes.
you know,
Honey.
you're welcome to experience the best of.
Yeah, and there's
this
one
food.
leaf. We call it enadam. I don't know what they call enadam in English. I
The name
forgot.
of the salt.
But that's my favorite one. I don't have it now because winter is coming and it's dry. But in summertime, I usually have it. And in most of the part of Ethiopia, they use that leaf, and it gives it a beautiful aroma to the coffee as well. Enadam coffee.
Beautiful. It's a way of life in Ethiopia and Eritrea. Like we were talking about, the coffee ceremony is as the fact that coffee comes from Ethiopia, from the province of Kaffa. Our ladies, when they brew the coffee, when they pour the coffee,
Yes.
they discuss a lot of different things.
Yeah.
You know, they discuss their
Social issues,
Social-
their
right? Yeah.
relationships,
Yes.
their
There you
the
go.
political stuff. Everything, most of the time, what they discuss is around the coffee ceremony.
Lovely.
So, coffee is just not as Western coffee that we know. You go and grab it, you run.
Go.
It's not like that in Ethiopia. It's actually it's
Socializing. Yeah.
socializing.
You're taking a step
you're
back,
getting
you know, to rewind and to unwind and to
Exactly.
and
to relax.
bonding
fund,
and
you know, talk
relaxing.
through issues, you know,
Exactly.
or the latest news in town.
Oh, yeah.
Or the
Sometimes
latest
even
Community
gossip,
issue,
you know.
gossiping, everything.
Have fun with that. Relax and enjoy, and it's our dessert.
And actually, remember when back home, if you make coffee in your home, you can't just drink it by yourself. You have to
Invite
grab
your neighbors.
everybody, invite your neighbors.
Wow.
And then they have to have it all together. So
Good to know. You know, this will have been a lovely family affair. Well, I'd love to invite everybody in this restaurant to come join us, but you know, we're trying to be responsible so that
I
we
know.
will.
Unfortunately, it's COVID
You know, because of
time,
COVID
yeah.
time, we just have to be responsible and also show you, you know, a bit of what it is to taste or to drink coffee, you know, in the heights of Ethiopian and Eritreans, and which is one of the most authentic cultural heritage that is still,
Yeah.
you know, it's been on for thousands of years.
Oh,
and it's still been
more than
maintained.
3,000, yeah.
Yeah, this is lovely.
And that's the coffee I use, the coffee beans, and we sell it here too. Because most of my customers,
Yeah.
they ask me because after they taste the Ethiopian coffee, they're like, I wanted to buy this coffee. I want it, so I have it here to sell. I have some
It's
cultural
actually-
things as well.
So good. Can I have
for
another
selling.
one?
Oh yes, of course.
Amazing.
But I can
love
give
it.
you another one too, right here.
Oh,
You can just
okay.
put that one.
Now, why of all snacks? Is there a story behind having a popcorn alongside with?
Yeah, we have popcorn. And back home, popcorn is one of it, but there's another one, like a little grains together, like so that it just makes you sit longer and chat. And you know why we have some snacks on the bar?
Yeah.
Because that will give you a longer time with the person while you're chatting, right? I think that's the idea of it.
It's
Yeah.
sort of
Some
like
idea.
having nuts while you're having a drink in the bar.
Exactly, that's
The
what
more
I
you have more nuts, the more you drink, right? It helps you consume some more.
And
So
then
the
you can
concept
actually-
is the same. Like when you're going to
Yeah.
movies, you know,
Yeah.
you're eating popcorn, you're
Popcorn.
watching, you're so concentrated onto the movie,
Yeah.
and you're so deep into the conversation and in the detail of the coffee ceremony, you don't even know it. You're just digging every second. And
You're
there's no
sipping the
limitation.
coffee. You're just taking a bite of the popcorn.
So we call it bunna kors. That means
Bunakos.
bunna kors.
Bunna
That
kors.
means
Bunna means, you know what bunna means,
bunna
right?
is coffee.
Coffee.
Course is
is breakfast.
Oh.
So coffee breakfast.
Wow.
That's actually not the right.
That's
way
not
of-
the right way
yeah.
of this.
It's sort of
I
saying
mean,
like a snack along the side.
Okay.
Coffee.
with a coffee.
Okay.
Yeah.
And basically, it's not only coffee is not taken only during breakfast. You have it any time of the day.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Sometimes 3 times
Yeah,
a day.
3 times.
Imagine every time there is 3 sets of rounds of coffee that is brewed. Abol, Tona, Baraka.
Baraka.
The 3 stages of the coffee. So if you do that once, maybe right after breakfast, and then you can do it right after lunch, and maybe in the evening as well. So sometimes people do it 3 times. Can you imagine how long it takes to complete those 3 stages?
While still talking about issues,
Yes.
addressing issues.
Oh yeah.
That's right.
So new news is
So you can be drinking coffee all day.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is exciting.
Yeah, so that's why I brought some coffee here for selling and some other stuff. You know, some jewelries, African jewelries, African home decoring stuff. So I start selling it here because I see the interest that people, when they come in, they wanted to have those things in their home.
It's a way of experiencing or getting a feel of that. When you have those sorts of memorabilia with you, especially if you've been away from your home country, it's a way of connecting you back. You look at the pictures, the paints, the coffee, and it gives you a sense that I'm from somewhere. I remember this, and sort of connect you back to your roots.
We didn't have it last year, but throughout the year, everyone, when they start asking me, where do you get this? I wanted to buy some, do you sell this? And I start thinking, you know what?
Smart
I want them
businesswoman.
to have a piece of our restaurant and especially our culture.
So would you be
African
open to
cultures.
having, for example, like
a boutique?
Larry would have a fantastic, he's also a designer, if you don't know.
Yes,
he designed this pant that he presented for me.
Yeah.
So I am wearing a Nigerian pant and an Ethiopian.
That's beautiful,
and
by
this
the
is,
way.
Thank you.
So
And this is from Addis Ababa Hair Salon, Mesfin. Thank you for providing this for today.
Yeah.
So like things like this, would they be available here?
Of course, yeah. There's a jewelries, some pants. If you willing to put some of your designs, I would love to take them too. So that way, I wanted to give people a piece of Africa when they live from here. Because some of the Calgarians, because we're too close to the airport, if they have a little bit of time, they go out for dining and go. I've made people that I would never see them again. So while they transiting, they have 7 hours or 8 hours, and they come here and dine and leave. So last time, this woman, I gave her a scarf from here. Not only she remembered the restaurant, but she remembered where she got it and what that means, like an African piece of scarf. So this is what the idea of having it is. Because
it lasts longer in the memory of your customers.
Of course.
So like, you should bring your beautiful design clothes. Have them available nearby. Like Addis Ababa Hair Salon is really literally next door. If you need to rent one of these or buy one of these, she can arrange, she can quickly grab it for you from next door and then have it available. So, and also you should tell us and tell your viewers that you'll be able to have these available in here and on your website.
Well.
All right, very soon you're going to be getting a piece of my collection. Actually, this is one of them as well. Basically, I tried to promote a culture of diversity, inclusivity. I'm an African first before I'm a Nigerian, and also I'm a Canadian as well. So for me, I find this opportunity to, share the culture with our people, to let them know that the only way for a community to thrive is when we live harmoniously. And how do we do that? By understanding the culture of our people. There is no way you can separate a people from their culture. When people move from different part of the world to a particular place, they didn't just move, their culture migrates with them. And when they get there, or when they land to whatever they want to choose as the destination, those cultures find a way to express themselves. And like what we're doing now.
Very true.
This is an original culture from Ethiopia. You're Ethiopians, we're Eritreans here, we've spoken to a lot of them, and they're expressing this through this cultural, heritage. And if I'm understanding you, I'm learning about your culture, you're learning about me, I'm learning about the Chinese, the Indians, the Aboriginals, the First Nations. That gives us a sense of belonging to one another when we understand our culture. And then we'll be able to live together harmoniously. And that builds a community.
Yes.
And one of the things that we need to continue to build this togetherness was in the Black community here in Calgary. Like not only just go out, protest, or speak on behalf of Black Lives Matter or other activities, but
supporting
really
each other.
Be there for your small businesses. Support Black businesses wherever you can. Buy your magazines, get your clothes.
Buy
come
food.
to the restaurants and
coffee,
eat
and
interact with with your local business owners, because together we can build a wonderful and prosperous community.
Yes.
And we can educate each other about each other's culture. today I'm learning a little bit about Nigeria and wearing this beautiful traditional Nigerian clothes designed by you, and this beautiful Ethiopian top designed by Addis Ababa Hair Salon, and I'm having the beautiful food from Salam's restaurant, Yegna Restaurant. So together we can be stronger and we can grow our beautiful African culture.
Now, as we're rounding up on this episode of My City Speaks to Me, we still have 2 more restaurants to go, and we'll continue from there. But before we go, so what do you have to say to your customers, your audiences?
So all I can say is thank you for supporting us and for continuing supporting us. Thank you, Alex, for bringing this wonderful man to our restaurant. Yes, we wanted to, especially at this COVID time, we want a lot of support for small businesses. We're doing well, but because of our community, because of our people, because of Calgarians, because of Canadians, that not only Black people, it doesn't matter when you walked in, you will treat it as a king. Like, I will be so happy to have you here. It doesn't matter if you're African, if you're white, Black, Chinese, whoever
Food brings
you are.
everybody together.
Just, right?
Absolutely.
Like the food, music brought us together. Yes. So as Canadian, I want you guys to come and experience this culture. Before you know, like you don't know what you're missing out, right? So you can come here, experience this wonderful coffee of Ethiopian with the beautiful ceremony, our amazing food. I don't know, did you guys like the food?
I love the food,
right?
I love the coffee.
So you recommend it for everybody?
Yeah, I recommend, if you're in Canada or in Calgary and you're looking for authentic place to feel the best of Eritrea, Ethiopian, Yegna Restaurant is your best bet. You need to come here and experience it, and experience the beef, tender beef, juicy, lovely. The lamb, it's amazing.
The veggie combination we have.
Yeah.
So just come and experience, try it. You might gonna stuck here with us for a long time. So I am so humbled and so grateful to be in Canada, to be in Calgary, and part of this great nation, Calgarians. But at the same time, we have our own ethnicity and diversity. So come enjoy your food here and try our coffee and support your local businesses as well. Thank you guys so much. Thank you so much for coming here today.
Thank you very much.
The next 2 restaurants that we will be visiting, the Ethiopian and Eritrean restaurants, are Hdmona Restaurant tomorrow at noon, and Marathon Restaurant in Kensington, downtown.
Still on My City Speaks to Me, the Calgary edition. We've gotten to the first restaurant, second restaurant, we've got 2 more to go. So don't go nowhere. We'll be right back.